Day 8 and welcome to Sibyl Tarot. I'm just going to draw a card here from the Doreen Virtue Butterfly deck, and then I'm going to pull some tarot cards relating to this particular card that I've drawn. So this reading, you know, if you feel that you were drawn to this reading, maybe this reading is for you, you know, at the time that you see it. If it does not resonate, please feel free to check out my other readings. I'm just going to see what pops out here. The reason as to why I'm doing this during the Scorpio time, and Scorpio for me is all about transition, transformation. It's all about, you know, a deep knowing, deep understanding, you know. I love the Scorpio energy, and butterflies to me always represent, you know, Scorpio represent change, you know. It's the 8th house, and you know, also Pluto, the planet Pluto, you know, is represented by the 8th house. So we'll just see what card here. There's 2 cards here now, isn't it? Maybe I'll just draw them back in, sure. Pop out again then. So keeps drawing out a load of cards. I just want one card spare for this reading. I want to do one card. There we have, and it came out before there, so the card we have, it's coming out twice, is moving. And I feel, you know, with this card, this could, you know, denote different things. It could denote, like, you know, physical moving. You know, you can be moving home, could be moving, you know, into a new area. You could be relocating, you know, into a new town, city, or that, you know, a new country or that. But I also feel that, you know, it's about, you know, moving forward, you know, with your life. You know, it could be as well, you know, moving, you know, onto newer, better things. Maybe moving on to a new job, you know, a new relationship. You know, I just feel, you know, more so rather than, you know, a physical move, it could be, you know, even moving into, you know, a higher, into your higher self, so to speak, as well. You know, I just feel, because especially that it's this time, you know, Scorpio time. Scorpio always talks about transition. It talks about moving, you know, and transition and transformation, you know. So you could be as well, you know, moving into a, you know, a higher state of mind, or that, like, you know. And this card, you know, really reflects that, you know, the Scorpio time. And we'll just see now as to what cards come out to do with this. And they say as well, because this particular time of the year now, of 2020, and during this, you know, Scorpio time, we're going to have a Scorpio new moon the next couple of days. But, oh look what popped out here. Yeah, this is definitely, you know, the death card, and the death card is Scorpio, you know. And this is, you know, I'd say this is going to be a very strong reading here, you know, to do with transformation, you know, and change, and that. We'll need to leave that there. Yeah. So just let's see. So the Death card here is a major arcana card, and it's Scorpio. It can also represent Pluto, and Pluto and Scorpio both, you know, talk about a deep, going deep, you know, underground, underneath, you know, finding out something as well. You know what I mean? Scorpio's like, you know, they make the great detectives, you know. But it also talks about, you know, transition and, you know, and transformation. You know, Pluto and Scorpio talk about this, and we've had a lot of Pluto energy, you know, in the last couple of years. You know, it is resonated, like, you know, on the, you know, for the collective, especially to do with this pandemic. You know, if you were to look up, you know, the traits, you know, of what Pluto energy brings in, you'd understand as to why. Yeah, so the next card out we have here is the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords also talks about moving, you know. It can talk about, you know, relocating, but it also talks about not even physical movement, that within yourself, do you know what I mean, that you're moving from kind of one energy to another through learning. You know, you've learned something, you know, that way. And maybe, you know, with the Death card here, that this transformation, you know, this is really strong transformation because of, you know, a life subject that you've learned. Do you know that way? Just say. But for some, I feel that, you know, they're actually going to be physically moving, you know, during the next time, because this is what we're getting prepared now for, you know, a new timeline, so to speak, that's coming in December. You know, and maybe the last couple of years, you know, whatever has gone on in your life, you know, or relationship, you know, in the last couple of years, this is giving you, you know, a knowledge, you know, you're at the learning something, a life lesson you've learned, so to speak, you know, and it's allowing you to transit and to transform and to move on. Okay, I'm actually going to put these cards back because I just want to do this reading. Yeah, with that Six of Swords, it talks about, you know, moving from choppy waters into calmer waters, you know. So maybe the last couple of years have been quite choppy for you for one reason or another, you know. Maybe with a particular situation, you know, or circumstance, or, you know, relationship. But it's saying now, you know, that has ended, you know, with the Death card, and it's moving, you know, you're going to be moving on. So I'm just going to cut the deck here for this particular reading. So the first card out we have here is the Queen of Cups. It's water energy. You know, and the Queen of Cups, she's very loving and giving, you know, she's very maternal, you know, a motherly energy, so to speak, you know, gives unconditional love, you know, that way, you know, towards her children and towards the people that she loves, you know, around her, unconditional love, you know, with this energy. It's lovely. The next card out we have here is the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is fire energy, and it can denote, you know, young children, or that, you know, children, you know, or just even, you know, a person, a young energy, you know, as such. It doesn't have to be, you know, of age, but, you know, of energy, you know, but they're very creative, this person would be, you know, and creative mind. Do you know that way? They're very they can be very inspiring as well. You know, and I feel, you know, if this, you know, is, you know, to do with a child or just a person, you know, that's very creative, maybe this older energy, you know, like, or a mother in energy, you know, has inspired this person, you know, to be successful, so to speak, or to aim higher as well, you know, with the Page of Wands. We also have here is the Page of Pentacles, you know. Page of Pentacles is earth energy, you know. It's grounded, balanced and stable, do you know. But I do feel, what you call it, just looking at these two particular cards side by side, the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, you know, may have put a lot, you know, of, you know, energy and loving, you know, understanding, support as well, you know, towards, you know, this, it's either one energy or two particular energies, do you know what I mean? But whatever this energy is, I feel it's one, do you know what I mean? That this person can be quite ambitious, you know, with both, but they're very focused as well, you know, on a new beginning, on, you know, on a fresh start as well, so to speak. The next card we have here is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is fire energy. Five of Wands talks about, you know, having some difficulties, you know, but they're not very, you know, there's some difficulties, you know, as such, but they're easy to achieve, easy to get over, you know. There could have been as well, you know, petty arguments or something, you know, going on, probably within, you know, within the home, or that, or struggles, you know, but struggles that can be, I don't mean like easily getting over with, but they're, you know, they're not big, you know, just day-to-day struggles, so to speak, you know. Maybe, you know, with this mothering energy, you know, this is in the past, that, you know, and if you are a mother, or that, you know, you may have had, you know, day-to-day struggles, you know, in life, you know, could be to do with, you know, your work, your finances, or that, you know, and maybe just trying to, you know, provide best for your children, so to speak, you know. Now we have here is the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this could be this as well, like, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a mother, but, you know, it could be a father or whatever, but, you know, someone that's looking after, you know, their loved ones, you know, whether they be young children or that, or any family, you know, whatsoever. But it's saying now in the present time, you know, with the Six of Pentacles here, that there's going to be equal balance brought in, you know what I mean? Maybe it was that you were struggling with money, and now at this time, you know, equal balance is being, you know, brought in. You're not going to be struggling so much, you know. You're going to have enough, you know, to start paying, you know, paying your bills, so to speak, you know. You know, it's saying that, you know, there's a fresh start, you know, and that you can achieve this, you know, you can achieve it. It also can talk about, you know, at this time, maybe looking into helping out, you know, with a charity. And I feel that if it is a charity, it's something to do with children, you know. So, yeah, maybe giving your time and effort and energy, you know, into a charity of some sort, you know, or just even helping out, you know. Maybe, you know, somebody that might be struggling at this time, you know, that does have young children or that, and maybe just to help them out, you know, during this present time, you know. We also have here now is, never showed you, we have here is the King of Swords, you know, and the King of Swords is air energy. The King of Swords, you know, is a little bit, you know, comes across as a little bit cold, you know, but, you know, once you get to love him, he's usually quite, you know, loving or that. I feel as well that this could be talking about, you know, with this movement, I feel, for some it might be to do with that there has been a long court battle to do with children. Maybe it's to do with money, and I feel that, you know, at this present time, or coming into this present time, that there will be, justice will be served, you know what I mean, to do with maybe money that has been owed to you over, with child maintenance and that, here with the King of Swords, but with the Six of Pentacles, you know what I mean, that it's going to be, now the money is going to be dispersed to the, to the person that most needs it. And I feel that, it's to do, with the parent, of these children. This parent, I feel, has been struggling, in the past, but now with this new money, this new source of income coming in, which I feel that it is maintenance here with the King of Swords, that is going to allow, at least it's going to take some worries, off this parent, so to speak. Yeah, and the overall energy we have here is the Emperor. And this also, this could have been done through some type of consultation, something to maybe just to do with, some type of legal matter, I feel, as well. Maybe, that it wasn't actually even brought to the courts, that way it was just settled between legal representatives, so to speak. But I feel that, justice has been served. I think it's quite minor, that way, like it was just a formality that you had to go through. There was no big issues or that, that way. Yeah, I feel maybe, the parents who, it kind of, there may be just been a bit of stubbornness here, so to speak. But as well, and now this is allowing, this, young family or that, to move financially, have some type of financial gain, so, that they can, start, life can be a little bit easier for them, that. But I feel with the overall energy, the Emperor here, it's like as well, that this could be, with a male, a reading, for a male, or that, to say that, you're being empowered at this time, you know what I mean, to move on. It could be as well that you could be empowered, to move away from a relationship, but still you're going to be there, for your children, to always look after your children, whether that be, financially, emotionally, with the Queen of Cups here, and the King of Swords, and always being, because the King of Swords is a healing man, do you know what I mean? Always been there for his children, always there to listen, do you know what I mean? And, to support them emotionally like that, because the Emperor is the father figure, so this could be talking about this as well, maybe, or maybe you have to become, the mother as well, maybe you are a single father or that, and you're moving into this kind of position, so to speak, do you know what I mean? Or it could be as well that for some you could have, a man moving in with you, you could have been a single parent, a mother, for so long, and now your divine partner, is moving in with you, you know what I mean, into a family, because I can see that here as well. Yeah, and just under here is, once again we have, the Death card, transformation, transition. So I do feel for some as well, that it could be that, someone is moving in with you, a male person, and they may be just taking on that role, as a stepfather, so to speak, as well, that they're willing to, to step up, with this, with this person or that, or maybe it's just that they are themselves, you know what I mean, taking on the role of, of a single parent. And maybe in the past, there was struggles, there with the mother, so the father now is looking after with the children. But whatever it is very positive. It's very positive to do, with children, they're going to be getting stability, do you know, that way. And I feel as well that whether, you know, you're a mother or father, I feel your children are going to look up towards you, you know what I mean, and they're very, you know, they're very proud of you, you know, that way. And they look up towards you, so that you kind of need to be as well with the emperor. You know, the emperor is, you know, the male, it's the masculinity, like, you know, the one who's, you know, in, now this doesn't mean that, you know, you're either a man or a woman, like, but, you know, that you bring home, you know, you provide, you know, you're the provider for, you know, for the family, whether you be male or, you know, female. But the emperor, you know, is the provider, you know. And I feel that maybe your children, you know, are, you know, grateful for that, you know, and they see how hard you work with that, you know, to do this, do you know, that way. So yeah, so that's the reading that I have there for this particular card. If you do like the reading, please like, share, leave subscribe, leave a comment. Cheers, Slan.